What's up, YouTube? It is day 15 of Locktober and it is currently 9:18 p.m. and I am just now starting my routine. Now, the reason for this is because I worked a double today and that is outside of my control. So I'm not stressed about this late start. I'm focusing on what's in my control. And what's in my control is I'm able to start my routine now. So what do I got to do first? Literally the worst thing because it's so freaking cold outside, but it has to be done. I have to run a mile. So I guess let's get to it. It's literally 44 degrees, but it does not matter. It must get done. I will tell you, it is definitely starting to feel like the winter arc. The first thing I thought about was how I overcame my alopecia. It was only 15 days ago when I decided after 7 years to shave my head. It was something that I just thought about but could never get myself to do. And after all this time, I finally was able to do it. And I'm so glad. If you haven't seen my video, go ahead and watch that. It's my most viewed YouTube video. But just to summarize how I feel after 15 days is just like, I'm very confident in my decision and I'm glad that I did. And I just don't feel how I thought I would feel. You know, I thought I would feel maybe more insecure because I'm not going to be perceived how I want to be perceived, but I just identify so much more as myself and I feel so much more confident and just at peace with myself. So that is a really good question for my reflection. Now to continue the next 3 pages of Atomic Habits. This next section talks about the 2-step process to changing your identity. Your identity comes from your habits. You're not born with preset beliefs. Every belief, including those about yourself, is learned and conditioned through experience. More precisely, your habits are how you embody your identity. When you make your bed each day, you embody the identity of an organized person. When you write each day, you embody the identity of a creative person. When you train each day, you embody the identity of an athletic person. The more you repeat a behavior, the more you reinforce the identity associated with that behavior. In fact, the word identity was originally derived from the Latin words essentitas, which means being, and identitum, which means repeatedly. Your identity is literally your repeated beingness. Whatever your identity is right now, it is only because you have proof of it. If you go to church every Sunday for 20 years, you have evidence that you are religious. If you study biology for 1 hour every night, you have evidence that you are studious. If you go to the gym even when it's snowing, you have evidence that you are committed to fitness. The more evidence you have for a belief, the more strongly you will believe it. I'll use myself as an example. So my name is Sedulous Cam. Sedulous means dedicated and diligent. So every single day when I complete my routine in a sedulous manner, that is reinforcing my identity. Each experience in life modifies your self-image, but it's unlikely you would consider yourself a soccer player because you kicked a ball once or an artist because you scribbled a picture. As you repeat these actions, however, the evidence accumulates and your self-image begins to change. Because of this, the process of building habits is actually the process of becoming yourself. This is a gradual evolution. We don't change just by snapping our fingers and deciding to be someone entirely new. We change bit by bit, day by day, habit by habit. We are continually undergoing micro-evolutions of the self. This is a quote that I absolutely love. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. No single instance will transform your beliefs, but as the votes build up, so does the evidence of your new identity. Small habits can make a meaningful difference by providing evidence of a new identity, and if a change is meaningful, it actually is big. That's the paradox of making small improvements. Putting this all together, you can see that habits are the path to changing your identity. The most practical way to change who you are is to change what you do. Of course, this works the opposite way because every time you perform a bad habit, it's a vote for that identity. But that's okay because you don't need to be perfect. In any election, there are going to be votes for both sides. You don't need a unanimous vote to win an election. You just need a majority. It doesn't matter if you cast a few votes for bad behavior or an unproductive habit. Your goal is simply to win the majority of the time. New identities require new evidence. If you keep casting the same votes you've always cast, you're going to get the same results you've always had. If nothing changes, nothing is going to change. This is a simple two-step process to changing your identity. 1. Decide the type of person you want to be. And 2. Prove it to yourself with small wins. We're going to go ahead and pick it up back there tomorrow. All right, time to update the board. We completed our mile. Since I typically work doubles on Tuesdays, I dedicated that as my rest day. So anything that has to do with working out, I can check off. So like my lift and stream, 100 push-ups, posting that to YouTube. And I did post my short form content. I did edit a video and post that today. So that is good. And then we don't have to do the, exercises. We are gonna stretch and we are gonna weigh in physique check after our hygiene routine. But we can mark off journaling, visualization, gratitude, affirmations, reflection, meditation, read at least 3 pages, and now it's time to study our 5 vocab words. Also, since I worked a double today, I just made my daily task grind because we grinded, so that's good. Pertinacity is sticking to something firmly. Penarious is extremely poor or lacking in resources. Distic is a pair of similar items. Eclectic is consisting of a diverse variety of elements, and imbrue is to make something wet. Well, bang. Time to stretch. So the biggest pro to working a double today is that I got so much freaking food and it was all gray and I was just literally eating the whole entire day. So I weighed in just now and I'm at my peak so far at 165.5. I'll throw up what I had for lunch today, which was some chicken and it was like a chicken and like tomato cream sauce, I believe, with on top of rice pilaf and some vegetables. And then I had like a bunch of various snacks throughout the day. The best part is I haven't even had dinner yet and I have so much barbecue chicken and other sides that I brought home. Don't skip your creatine. I don't like doing my physique check as much because I keep on putting on fat, but I want to show the progress in my weight gain, so. I've definitely noticed an increase in my chest. I think a big contributor has been doing 100 push-ups for like over a month now, so I highly recommend it. It has definitely been my biggest weak point and so hard for me to grow, so I'm just really happy to see that growth. Boom, boom, boom. And just like that, we have completed day 15 of the Locktober winter arc. Forgot to cross off yesterday, but yeah, it really feels good to do that. So I really hope you enjoyed the video, but even more, I hope I motivated you to fulfill your potential because you have so much just waiting. So take advantage of it. And without further ado, I have 2 things to say. Fuck wasted potential and stay sedulous.